Hi, this is Amy with Santosha Yoga of Texas, and welcome to another Chair Yoga for Seniors video. Today we're going to be exploring both seated and standing work if you'd like, or you can modify by staying seated and just doing a portion of the standing work by using your arms or your legs accordingly. Always, I want to remind you, please make sure you've consulted your physician before beginning this or any other exercise routine. I'm going to put down my mouse and we'll get started. All right, so I invite you to find a chair in your home that you can sit at and have your feet firmly on the floor. Relax your shoulders all the way back against the back of your chair. Close your eyes for a moment. Take some slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose, allowing your belly to expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. You find your mind beginning to wander, just keep pulling your focus and your awareness back to your breathing. Allowing your inhalation and your exhalation to become slightly longer without forcing the breath. And on your next breath, continuing to breathe in deeply. And then as you exhale, lower your chin downward towards your chest. Gradually open your eyes and lift your head back up to a neutral position. Now let's sit forward just a tiny bit on our chair. Make sure that our spine is lengthened, core is engaged. We're going to drop this right ear down towards our right shoulder, just keeping the left shoulder relaxed. Breathe in, lift the head back to center, and then drop the ear down to the other side. And come back up. Now turn the head over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Turn the head over the left shoulder. And come back. Let's relax the arms down by the side. Lift the right shoulder up and drop it down. Left shoulder up, drop it down. And now both together and back down. Right, left, together, right, left, together, right, left, together. Now let's breathe in, sweep the arms forward, lifting only as high as you're able to without pain. Exhale, float the arms back down. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Exhale. Deep breath in, lifting up. Exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Lift up. And slowly drop back down. Now let's go ahead and hold underneath our right leg and circle our right foot and ankle. And pause and reverse and circle the opposite direction. Bring the foot back down, switch to the other leg. Reverse the circles. And bring your foot back down. All right, now we're going to circle our hips. So hold on underneath the right leg, and we're just going to take our knee and draw, making little circles in the air with our knee. One more time. And then pause and then reverse the direction of your circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Inhale, lift, circle around. And now pause at the bottom here for a moment. Switch directions. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, let's take our right heel to the floor in front of us. Sit up nice and tall, lengthening your spine, placing the hands on the thigh for support, hinging from your hips, leading with your heart. Bring the chest forward slightly till you feel resistance right here in your hamstrings. Then relax your neck. Take some slow, deep breaths, holding the stretch. Inhale, take your time, lift up, slide your foot back in. Switch to the other side. Make sure the toes are pointing up towards the sky. Lengthen the spine, hinging forward. Just coming forward about 30 degrees or so. We don't want to come to the point where our chest is laying on top of our legs. We want to stay lifted a little bit. Keep that length in the spine as well as in the back of the leg. Deep breath in, rise up, walk your feet back in. All right, we're going to wake up our brain a little bit this morning by doing just a little syncopated pattern here. So we're going to start with our right leg. We're going to step out with the right, out with the left, back in with the right, in with the left. Lift the heels and then lift your toes. Right, left, left heels and toes. Right, left, heels, toes. Out, in, lift, lift. Out, in, lift, lift. Keep going. Two more sets. Good job. All right, now let's take the arms out to the side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and upward as high as you can lift, again without pain. If you have a shoulder injury, give yourself permission. Maybe you have one side that works really well and another side you've got a frozen shoulder. Maybe just coming up like this with that arm that's a little bit tighter. Just moving with your own pain-free range of motion. One more time, big breath in. Exhale and release. Now let's bend at the elbow. Flex fingertips up towards the sky and then palms away from you. Fingertips up, palms away. Coordinating that with the breath. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, last one. And now just rotate, palms rotate face down, and it's a little twist of the wrist. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now close and open the fingers. And relax the arms back down by your side. Take the right arm out, take a deep breath in. You can either take it up high or you can stop with the hand on the shoulder. Option is up to you. And then we're going to just gently hinge, stretching to the side, either gazing straight ahead or up at the elbow or up like this, just depending on where your gaze is most comfortable and what feels best for your neck today. Inhale, take your time, come back up to center. Switch to the other side, big breath in. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, slowly come back up. Bring your hands onto your laps. Take a deep breath in, lifting up through the chest. Let the shoulders pull together behind your back. Let your hips tip back slightly. So you got a little gentle curve in the lumbar spine. And then we're going to scoop the hips under, scoop the shoulders, push the belly towards the spine. And if you feel comfortable, you can also drop the chin downward. But if that tends to make you uncomfortable, you can keep the head at just more of a level position without jutting the chin forward. Inhale, lift back up to seated cow. Exhale, coming to seated cat. Nice full deep breath in. Exhale. Last one. Come back to center. Extend your arms down by your side. Breathe in and tighten your bicep muscles right here, as if you're pushing through marshmallow cream or through molasses. Tightening that bicep, fingertips up. Slowly keep those muscles engaged and extend back down. Inhale, take it up nice and slow. Exhale, lower down. Deep breath in. Imagine that you've got a 10-pound weight in each hand. Keep that muscle effort sustained. 4, 3, 2, last one. And now pull the hands back. Again, palms facing forward. We're just going to stretch those biceps now for a moment. Deep breath. And now drop the arms back down by your side. Let's go ahead and widen the feet. Just working through our torso a little bit. We're going to circle the chest forward, and now bring your rib cage around to your right side, through the back, and back out through the left side. So you're just making a great big circle with your torso around your spine. Inhale and exhale. Do one more time to the right. And then when we're finished on the right-hand side, we're going to pause in the front for just a moment. And now reverse our circles and circle to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and one last time. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Walk your feet back in front of your body. If you have water near you, go ahead and get a sip of water and then join me standing as you're able. If you choose not to stay standing, you can remain seated and just do a little modified version of what we're going to do. I'm going to focus a lot on just balance maintenance. Some of this is yoga, some of this is more functional movement training. One of the leading causes of injuries of people age 65 and older is falls. And so if we can work on kind of reconnecting our mind with our core, get a little bit more stability going there, you can help fall prevention. So we're going to start by doing some heel raises. I'm going to stay beside the chair. You are welcome to come behind the chair. Please use the chair as a tool. Use it as much or as little as you need to. So before we get started on our heel raises, I want you to imagine your core not just as a central point right here, but more of a column. So we're starting with our pelvic floor and pulling up all the way to the belly button and then continuing up towards the diaphragm, having that entire column of engagement. And then when you feel connected there, then we're going to work into moving down and actually doing the motion of the heel raises. So we're going to inhale, slowly lifting up. Again, use the chair as much as you need to. And lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We want to go nice and slow. So if you're having to clunk back down, instead keep a fingertip or two on the chair so you can keep the calf and the hamstrings and the glutes engaged as you descend and descending with control as well. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, now we're going to take our right heel to the front. Again, keep that column, our entire core active. Going to bring the weight into that left foot. Let your mind connect with your left foot. Now, if you have diabetic neuropathy or any form of neuropathy, please make sure that you're doing all these standing exercises with a good sturdy pair of shoes on. We don't want to have you barefooted and accidentally step on something that's on the floor you might not be aware of. Also want to make sure you've got that proper stabilization. You also want to keep at least one hand on the chair if you do suffer from neuropathy so that you aren't deceived into feeling like you have your balance only to find that you're falling out of a posture. So we're going to take a deep breath in, slowly lift that right foot up. Just like our heel raises and lowers, we're going to take it back down slowly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Deep breath in. Exhale. Up. And down. We've got 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, now if you're using the chair and you're just using one hand, you may want to move to the other side. I always find it's easier to have your secure hand if you're just using one hand, as a counterbalance to the leg that's being moved. So if you're lifting your left leg, you want to have that right hand available for you. It's kind of like when we walk. We don't walk with the same arm as leg. We use the opposite hand. So take the left heel forward. Deep breath in, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And down. Four more to go. Keep your focus not only on your core, but also are you utilizing your breath? Taking a full deep breath in as you lift and a deep breath out as you lower. 2 more times. Last one. All right, good job. Now we're going to move to where we're facing our chair seat. We're going to move into a little modified spinal balance here. So what I'd like you to do is to move close to your chair so that you can hinge forward and easily reach your chair seat with a flat back or a slightly sloped back. What we don't want to see is that we're rounding and hunched. So we can be on the chair here. We can make fists with the thumbs extended forward. You can flatten the hands if that's not uncomfortable for your wrist. Some people prefer not to do that. Or you can wrap your fingertips over the edges of the chair for a little bit of a secure grip without the wrist flexion. I'm going to choose to do a flexed wrist that's because I'm what I'm used to. And so we want to take just a moment to make sure that our alignment of our body is correct. So our shoulders, our elbows, and our wrists are in a stacked alignment, and our hips are over our knees and our ankles. We're going to breathe in. We're going to press our right heel out behind us. Notice I don't need to have it way up high. You can if you'd like, but it can also stay low. And our toe is not rotated out to the side. It's rotated to where our hips are both shining down right towards that chair and our toes towards the floor. And we're just going to play with lifting the fingers of the back hand up off the chair just a tiny bit if you feel secure doing this. And bring it back down. Now switch and press the left leg out behind you. Engage the core. If you want to, you can play on lightening up with that grip. We're never going to take the hand fully away. We're just going to play with our balance a tiny bit. Let's do that one more time to each side. Press it out. Engage the core. Maybe the fingertips come off. And now other side. Stretch, press the toe back. Maybe come to the fingertips. And inhale, lift, come back up to center. All right. We're going to stretch through our hips a little bit by doing some squats. We can start behind the chair if you'd like. If you want to do this without the chair, you're going to take a wide stance. My toes are neither turned forward nor completely turned out. It's kind of a happy half medium. We're going to make sure that our hips are tucked under, shoulders are stacked on top of our hips, and then either having the arms starting at a 5-point star, or they can be on the back of the chair for a little bit more stability, or if you just don't want to have your arms up, they can stay right here on your hips. Whichever feels best for you. We're going to breathe in. Exhale. If our arms are extended, bending the elbows as we bend the knees, and let the hips and the shoulders stay in alignment as you sink down and come back up. Exhale, sinking down. Make sure you've got a nice wide stance as well. That's going to protect you from putting too much weight into those knees. You also get to control how deeply you go down. So if you hit a point that's painful, next time don't go down quite as far. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And float the arms back down. Walk your feet back underneath your body. All right, we're going to do a little bit of warrior work behind our chair. So hopefully you can see most of my body with my chair. I know my hips are a little bit obscured, so I'm going to come a little bit forward from here. So I'd like you to stay even with your chair just a little bit more. It'll be easier to grab onto. Actually, I may scoot back a little bit. That'll maybe be easier. So we're going to take our foot that is furthest away from the back of the chair and step it forward. We're going to take our leg that is closest to the back of the chair, step it slightly back. Notice my foot is angled slightly out to the side. My front leg is pointing straight forward. And now I'm going to rotate my hips and my shoulders to match the orientation of that front foot. And my knee is slightly bent in the front, but making sure, and I'm going to kind of push the chair forward here, notice that as my knee is bent, my knee is never past my ankle bone. I want to make sure that that spacing stays just as it is. Now, if you're square towards this, if you were fine right here and then you started to square and suddenly you feel a lot of tightness in the knee, what you may want to do is take this front leg, step it out just a tiny bit wider so that you can square your hips and shoulders without creating strain on that back knee. Now we're going to breathe in here. This is warrior one. Arm can be up. If you feel comfortable, both arms can come up. I'm going to keep mine down here for today. If you prefer, you can also take the arm out to the side in a bend so that it's not extending upward. We're going to inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, bend. Now rotate your hips and your shoulders so that you are parallel to the back of your chair. You're going to take this left arm out behind you, same direction as the back leg. If you feel comfortable, you can release the right arm forward. If you don't feel comfortable with your balance, keep that right hand there on the chair back. Gazing out over the front foot, whether your hand is here or here. Breathe in here. This is warrior two. Now we're going to lower our back hand down to our back leg, or if you're right behind your chair and you want a little bit more stability, you can hold on to the chair back. The front arm is going to go palm facing up. We're going to lean away from our chair. Again, you can modify by bringing the hand to the elbow instead of reaching upward. Breathe in here in reverse warrior. Inhale, slowly come back. We're going to straighten both legs. Now, go ahead and place your hands on your chair back. I'm just going to keep my hand here as if the chair is in front of me. Tip your back hip. We want to keep our chest parallel to the back of that chair. And we're going to slowly start to bring this front shoulder in line with this front leg a little bit at a time. We're going to feel some different sensations. You're going to start to feel tightness building through the hamstrings, and you're going to feel a little bit of tightness in the torso. What we want to do in our triangle pose, Trikonasana, is we want to go as far forward as we can without compromising the alignment of our body. So what that means is that if this starts telling us that it's far enough, that's tight enough, stay right here. If this starts to feel like it needs to start rolling and your shoulder alignment needs to roll down towards the floor, come up a little bit to where that shoulder alignment stays open. Now for today, we're just going to bring our hand onto our top hip. You can hold onto the chair, or if you'd like, you can extend fingertips down maybe towards the shin. Breathing in, breathing out in triangle pose. And now bend the knee, inhale, come back up. Turn both of your toes back towards your chair. And now we're going to go ahead and move to the other side of our chair. I'm going to move mine again a little bit further forward than I'd like you to, just so that you can see my body's orientation. So you're going to stay right behind the chair like this. What we're going to do is turn and face the other side, starting again. The foot that is furthest away from the chair is going to be our front foot. The foot and leg closest to the chair is going to be our back leg. And coming into warrior one, shoulders are relaxed even though the arm may be up or out. We can have a hand on the chair for support. If you feel super confident in your balance, you can come up here or come right here, just depending on where you need to be today. We're going to inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, soften. But as we soften, remember the knee's not going past the ankle. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale. Now rotate your hips and shoulders. Open, parallel to the back of your chair. Right arm back. Left arm can be forward or it can stay on the chair, just depending on how secure you feel. We want to make sure also this inner thigh is very active. We don't want our knee kind of rolling towards the chair. We want it open and pointing strongly forward. We also want to make sure our shoulders and our hips are stacked in an alignment. If you feel like you're being pulled this way, bring your body back to center. Breathe in here in warrior two. Lower your back hand down to your back leg. Front palm faces up. Again, you can hold on to the back of the chair here if you feel more secure. Reverse warrior. Modification with the hand on the shoulder. And slowly come back up. Straighten both legs. Tip your back hip. Top hand can come onto your hip and stay on the back of your chair. And then slowly bring your chest, this side of your ribs, right in line with your thigh. Keeping the chest parallel to the back of that chair. Coming into triangle pose. So you can be right here, or the hand can be on the chair. And come back up. Square your shoulders and rotate your toes. Bring your feet underneath your hips. Imagine I've got my chair in front of me. I'm going to kind of push it away from me a little bit so I've got some space. You may want to create a little bit more space than what you had before. You're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, coming forward into a standing straddle stretch. So I'm only coming as far forward as what my hamstrings, the back of my legs, and my back will allow me to do. If I need to start rounding or hunching my back, I need to lift up to the point where my spine stays elongated. So take some slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Now, as you do any forward folds, if you have a tendency to have blood pressure issues or you get dizzy easily, the easiest rule of thumb is don't drop your head below your heart. And now, inhale, come back up nice and slow. Take your time. Walk your feet back underneath your body. I'm going to do one more forward fold, so I'm going to come and face my chair now. I want to have that support of the chair. Deep breath in, exhale, folding forward, maybe coming on to fist. Maybe I'm not getting as deep a stretch as I would like, and I can go a little bit deeper. I can bend my elbows in, maybe come down onto the forearms. Take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And now slowly lift up a little bit at a time. Take your time, breathe as you move. If you start getting a little bit dizzy, just pause right where you get that sensation. Hold it there, take a few deep breaths, then finally come back up to a standing position. All right, so let's go ahead. We've done a lot of lower body work. Let's do a few standing stretches of our upper body. So the first one I want to do is standing camel. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the orientation of my shoulders and my arms, but you can do this facing your chair as well. We're going to take both of our hands and bring them onto the iliac crest, this upper portion of our hips. So either a palm, the heel of the palm there, or make a fist, bringing it there. Now, you want to take a big breath in and draw your elbows towards each other first. Notice as you do that, your chest will lift and rise up. Now, if you would like a little bit more sensation, maybe opening the throat just a tiny bit, take some slow, deep breaths. You should still be able to swallow or talk to someone without any strain whatsoever. And gently release. Come back to center. Now let's go ahead and take both arms out to our side. If you start to feel unsteady, you can always come back to seated for a moment for this. Bend at the elbows, hands behind the head, the neck, maybe fingertips behind the shoulders, and relax those shoulders down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Arms come back out to the side, turn your palms away from you. Tuck your hands onto your low back. And then you're just going to start to move your hands up a little bit at a time until you start to feel a little tension. That tension may build up in the biceps, or it may start to move into this deltoid area, into the shoulders. And you don't want to push it to pain. You just want to push it to the point where you're feeling a tiny bit of resistance, but enough to where when you're breathing, maybe you start to notice some of that resistance subsiding. If you push to the point of pain, your muscles will guard against you going any further. It's very difficult to get the body to relax at that point. So that's why we want to just push to that beginning sensation of resistance. And now let's release the arms. Wiggle the fingers a little bit. All right. So for today, we're going to do a balance. It's called Jump for Joy. We're going to keep the hands in a modified position. Most of the time in traditional yoga classes, you're going to see the Jump for Joy arms up here. Today, we're going to keep those lower and focus on balance by itself. So I'd like you to stand on your left leg, bring the toes of your right foot forward. And we're going to take our arms maybe straight out to the side, or we can keep a hand. Or if we want to use two hands on the chair, maybe angling towards the chair and coming slightly behind it so you can keep both hands on the chair. And when you're ready, zip that entire core up and then flex your toes away from the floor, knowing that at any point if you lose your balance, those toes can come right back down. Slow, deep breath. And let's bring those toes back down. Shake out both of your legs for a moment. Maybe release the arms, wiggle the fingers a little bit. Switch to the other side. Engage the core. Arms out or use the chair. Flex the toes away from the floor. Find something to gaze at. Maybe this video, maybe something else in the room that's stationary. Remember to keep breathing in and breathing out. And release. All right, let's go ahead and take our hands. We're going to weave our fingers through each other. And then we're going to pull down. Now, you may be getting a lot of stretch sensation in your shoulders and across the front of your chest. If you'd like a deeper sensation, you can start to flow the hands up a little bit. Now, as you do so, make sure you're keeping your core engaged so that what you don't see is a little tip as this comes up. You want to keep the core engaged, keep the spine nice and strong in its alignment. Just kind of rotate a little bit higher if you'd like. And now release your fingertips. Okay, let's come back down to our chairs. We're going to do a nice deep hip stretch for a moment. Walk those feet nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. Hinge from your hips, bring your chest forward. Notice my chest is not coming onto my legs or down past it. It's staying at about a 35-degree slant or so. Relax your neck. We're just going to hold the stretch. Our hands should be on our thighs, so if we start to feel off balance, we can push into the soft tissue on our thighs to bring ourselves back up. Inhale, take your time. Walk your feet back in front of your body. All right. So let's take our right foot and cross it in front of our left. We're going to take our left arm across our body. We're going to move into a little spinal twist, but with that being said, I want to caution anyone who has osteoporosis, osteopenia, or any other spinal or cervical spine concerns. You should not twist deeply. And by a non-deep twist, I mean maybe just open the shoulders very, very slightly so that you might not even be kind of perpendicular to where your front is. So you may only be twisting maybe about 20 degrees. Even if you don't experience pain, but you've been diagnosed with any of those bone diseases, we don't want to take a deep twist because you may be injuring yourself and not be aware of it. If you have neither diagnosis, then if you'd like to come a little bit deeper, we want to keep those front fingertips low. Breathe in. Take the arms out to the side. Let your head follow. And then if you want to continue around a little bit further, what we're going to do is take that from the torso up into the shoulders. Keep the hand low. Coming around a little bit deeper into our spinal twist. Exhale. Start to unwind. Let your head and shoulders lead the way. Uncross your feet. Switching to the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. Start the twist low and let it start to spiral upward. Stopping where it's appropriate for you. Exhale, take your time, slowly unwind. Come back around to the front. Uncross your feet. Go ahead and sit all the way back in your chair. Now, we're going to purposely create some tension so that we can fully relax. So what I'd like you to do with your back against the chair is we're going to flex our feet, which is going to engage our calves. Then I want you to tighten your quadriceps, squeeze your glutes together, tighten your belly, shrug your shoulders up, bend at the elbows, make fist, take a big breath in, and then exhale and release all of that tension back out. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension that you're holding in the back of your neck by letting your chin drop ever so slightly, and then close your eyes. Start to take some full deep breaths again, just like we did at the beginning of the video. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And now trying to have your breath match the length that I'm creating. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep that nice, slow, deep inhale and a little bit deeper exhale going. Maybe counting silently to yourself if you need to. Let yourself kind of stabilize that breath rhythm. Now, as you're continuing to breathe deeply, I want you to relax the muscles across the front of your face, especially the area above the eyebrows and between the eyebrows. Relax the muscles of your jaw. Parting your back teeth slightly and allowing your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Now relax the muscles. If you feel any more tension in your neck, maybe dropping the chin down a little bit lower. Relaxing your shoulders, let your arms feel heavy. Relax the front of your body. Let your belly feel soft. Relax your glutes and your hips. Relax the fronts of your thighs and the backs of your legs and your hamstrings. Letting your body weight feel heavy as you sit in your chair. Release any tension surrounding your knees, relaxing those muscles surrounding the kneecaps. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your ankles, your arches, all of your toes, and all of your fingers as well. Taking one more deep breath. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on the last one, lowering our chin slightly downward towards our chest. Take a moment to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, bringing your awareness back to your body. Now opening your eyes and lifting your head back to center. Let's bring our palms together for a moment, rubbing our hands, reconnecting with our entire body, running our hands down the outside of our arms and the tops of our legs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I enjoyed sharing this moment of chair yoga with you. Namaste. If you like my videos, please feel free to either follow or subscribe on this YouTube channel so that you can stay tuned for more updates and new videos. Stay safe.